What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this.
Which means we have to pick up Taash. So we got Harding, who's the only member who's not affiliated with the group. She really didn't have to be in this game at all, did she? If we would have started with Lucanus and Neve, not Lucanus and Neve, Balara and Neve, I think you could have done it. It makes sense for Harding to be there because she's with Varric. No, but you could have just had Varric, but no, you can't have Varric be the role he was in the last game. That's fine. I'm sure these are the problems that they were running into, and them trying to figure out what they wanted to do with everything was probably all over the place. And I'm not gonna push things on it too hard here.
Better be ready.
Oh, hello.
That's a win, Rook.
Not bad. That's still not available. So let's go ahead and move over here to the beach. Where's the soonest one to the beach? This one? Guess so.
Hey, Taash. When did you start breathing fire?
When I was a toddler, started doing it like burping.
Diaper changes must have been exciting.
My mother would do it outside. She'd splash me with water first.
And you were okay with that? You didn't fuss?
Nah, I liked the water. Cool, sharp. Learned to swim before I learned to walk.
I think we need to know each other better before we start sharing stories about your diapers. But that's just me. We're gonna learn a bit about you now, though. You're taking some time to blow off some steam, figuratively and literally, since you've spent so long with us already. Doing so much. I guess technically, they could have saved a city with you.
Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey, don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
This is not unexpected. Let me help. You're gonna hate that.
Let me.
You gotta spread it out. Throw it out in a clump and they fight over it.
I know how to do it.
So do it. Sometimes I practice with the fire out here.
Yeah, super nice to me.
It's safer.
Okay.
No people around. Lots of water.
Is it magic or?
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Untarm called you a Dari.
Yeah. Old Kunari word for fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks the Dari were meant for something special. She's always looking through the old texts for clues. Come on. Don't want to scare the birds. My mother left the Qun not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with a child?
The Qun isn't a prison. People can leave if they want.
But they have big opinions of it.
You little guys hungry?
Do you miss living under the Qun?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me. There's enough for all of you. Shathan was
I
worried
like that we're
about
throwing
what
it at
the
her.
Kunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antam, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Qun.
Okay.
There you go. Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
Don't want to scare the birds. We just fed them.
In my experience, when the Qun was much more of an isolationist brick. Maybe that's not the case because Iron Bull, but Iron
What
Bull
the
was an
crap is
exception.
that?
The Antam must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vosh Vatari. Come on. These banners need to burn.
So, do it. Oh, you can't do it without my... Make fun of me for not feeding birds the right way.
I'm on it.
Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting.
Yeah.
Something inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
Oh, I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
I guess that's the trade-off for being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
Because you lose your taste of... Okay, alright. Lost poem. Slow Blink seems to say, I'm gonna eat you little fish. Per soft, soothing friend. Oh, it's a poem about this cat. That someone just put randomly in. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You can have a little cute poem about a pet. About a cat. A pet cat. A pat.
An Antam supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch.
Hey, go ahead and spit on it, would you?
Okay.
I don't know if you should have started with spitting on it. That does not make your ability sound cool.
Wow. It burned right through it.
Yep. Melt some metals, not all.
How would you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I
Dragonfire
went through a lot of
Catalyst.
spoons as a baby.
That's the type of thing that we need to get to the highest level, so that's good for us. We need a few of them.
This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that. Karash, it's Taash. I brought food.
Avatash, it's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. He's a friend.
A friend. All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather.
Hey, that's my outfit.
Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus, I ran away.
Do you need any help? I think that's the next bit.
Is there anything you need? We saw that the Antam were in the area.
Yes, I knew some of them from the Dreadnought where I worked. I know places to hide. They did not see me.
Let me know if they give you trouble.
I am at peace, Avatash. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Evatash.
Panahe done. I'll see you soon.
So, the Dragon Hunter has a softer side.
The Kyun says you take care of people.
So, you're a little Kunari, a little Ravani, and a little dragon?
Yeah?
That's rough. Point out the challenges of living in different worlds. Okay, thank you. No, I'm good. I'm good. Extra context of this conversation is probably important. Yeah, I understand that.
I get that.
That's it?
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing.
That's it? That is not... If you're going to give me extra context... No, hang on. If you're going to give me extra context about what to say, shouldn't you say that extra context? How is that saying, oh, I get that. I completely understand how both things go both ways. That's not, I didn't say any of that. I just said, I get that. If I said, oh, that's rough. If that's speaking through subtlety, that is not speaking through subtlety. That's just not speaking.
So how do you get it?
I learned how to
Oh,
survive.
thank
as a
you.
Tevinter
Okay,
galley
never mind,
slave,
never mind.
And then as a Lord of Fortune, like you. And now, I'm fighting elven gods. So you take what works from each part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Rant back. We're good. We're fine. We are fine. I wanted to get the Chantry versus the Kyun. There's the Mysterious Circles, which we want to read about still. It's not the Elven people. The World of Thetis? No, because it's completed. It would have to be in the Miscellaneous. Charter, random letter, Trial of Gods, Elgernon's reply. Oh, whatever. Lots of stuff that if they would have actually focused on the plot rather than just things are kind of happening. I'm getting on this game for having split directives, and it's not the game's fault. It's because it's a amalgam of several ideas. Is this a Lord of Fortunes thing because it was on the coast? Yes, it is. And next up from Tol Vashoth, the guide to Kunari leaving the Kyun. My Sir Rowan with notes from the Shantam. As you learn the world outside the Kyun, you will hear people speak of the Maker and the Chantry. In some ways, these are like the Kyun under which you grew up. The Chantry is not like the whole of the Kyun. It is instead like our priests and scholars. Outside the Kyun, the military is controlled by a ruler like the King of Ravane, while building and farming are controlled by merchants. If this strike you as inefficient, you understand it correctly. Imagine an Athlock worker and a Sala priest arguing how to build a library with no triumvirate to settle their disputes fairly. The Chant of Light teaches that the world was created by the Maker, a divine figure who then left the world to dwell in the Fade. By the Maker means something surprising has happened, while Maker willing is hoping for good fortune. The Maker is not a spirit or a demon. Suggesting this might be the case makes Chantry priests very unhappy. Andraste was a warrior and scholar who received visions of the Chant of Light, much like Kosloon understanding the principles of the Kyun. She spread the chant across the south. The core principles of the Chantry are to be kind to one another, to spread the word of the Chant of Light, much like the Kyun was meant to spread, and not to let mages rule over others. This is interpreted differently in different countries. In the south, the mages are kept in captivity, restricted almost like our Cerebras. In Ravane, mages simply must renounce any claim to rule as a noble. And to Tevinter, Chantry priests say the Chant of Light only restricts mages from ruling for evil. Mages are free to rule. This has led to splits the Chantry the other places. It is reassuring to see that the Kyun is not the only way of life broken by institutional corruption. The more I learn about the Kyun in this game, the less excited I am about the Kyun. it's just another government. It's just another belief system. It was supposed to be very different and very solid and very structured, almost militaristic in their society. I wonder if it was originally written. Maybe it's just because I learned about it from Sten, who was always like, "This is a way. A warrior's sword is like an extension of their soul," and it's all very strict. And Iron Bull pretty much says like, "Yeah, I'm a separate Kunari. I live outside the Qun specifically to do stuff like this." He didn't leave the Qun. Everyone is a member of the Qun. Everyone reports to the government. Everyone believes in it. It's a big, strong thing. And his big thing is just he sacrificed his beliefs for his troops, for his band of mercenaries. Does he give up on the Qun? And that's a big decision that ruins his life. She's just like, yeah, we left the Qun. Yeah, this happened. It does not have the same sort of effect. Oh, this is another. Look beyond this. Okay,
To take Kunari language classes growing up, I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravane were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the Qun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who've only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah? Maybe.
That's actually true. Reminds me of a friend of mine who, in their high school, it was really small, so they ended up having to do everything. And he was skilled at a ton of things, and I think it was a really big benefit, rather than just focusing on one thing. Is this the same place where we've... This is the same place! We were just here. See? Like, if you look at the footage, my shield disappeared into the wall. We were literally just here.
Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
you didn't.
That's Rook. Rook
Not
would do
that
something like that.
it's my business. She's not in my...
She always did like the flustered ones.
Oh, good grief.
In truth, Evitash's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted to men.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might be used among the Antam.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again, Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our language. Panahadan, Evitash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
Yeah, she cares about you. She's being overbearing, but you're being rebellious, I guess.
She's very involved in your life.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet Karash.
Yeah. It was.
Is this where it ends? That feels incomplete. It feels like that's set up to tell us that nothing. She's like, "Hey, I'm gonna relax on the beach and feed some birds." And then she does, but you don't get to see her relax. You don't get to see her do anything. None of that felt natural. They even reuse the same circle, and then you meet someone else in a different part of it. There's so much weird stuff. Really? And am I not? And I can't get over there yet? Is that the whole? I'm incredibly frustrated. Alright, there's another quest around here somewhere. Oh no, because we can't do that quest yet because it needs to be... We need to be able to open the cave. So no, there's nothing to do here. That means we can go to Docktown.
Farewell for now.